Hello ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Force here from Force Strategy Gaming. Gonna be commentating a game for you today for Machinima Realm. And how are those guys in Machinima Realm? They are pretty awesome, I would have to say. Today's matchup is between, we have OGS SuperNova versus OGS Zenio. Now I know this says Plexa and Liquid Huck, but this is, I know for a fact, SuperNova versus Zenio. So that is the matchup. They're obviously playing on some other people's accounts. We know who Huck is, we know who Plexa is, but those are not the players playing. SuperNova is our Blue Terran and Zenio our Red Zerg, and hopefully I remember these people's names because I don't want to mouse over and call them the incorrect name. But anyways, looking forward to the matchup. We are here on Zelnaga Caverns, and a Terran versus Zerg, quite an exciting matchup, and we shall see what's going to happen. Already right off the bat, SuperNova not going for that frontal wall off. You can see here, in fact, going to be starting off with this depot right over there and going to be walling off with different buildings. Now, a wall off is of course necessary against a Zerg opponent. His opponent Zenio is likely to get Zerglings and Speedlings at some point, so you need some sort of wall off. So we can see here SuperNova going to be dropping that first barracks down, and probably going to be coming up with another one or a factory as well to try to form that wall off as much as possible. Also, I mean, I'm sure most of you know, but we've got some really awesome new nameplates here in the replay UI. Now, unfortunately, again, that's kind of pointless because those are not the names of the actual people playing, so I'm just going to drop that back down. And taking a look over here, we do see Zenio going to be coming out with this quick expansion, actually dropping that at about 15 supply. And we are seeing SuperNova going to be coming out with this 2 racks push, so SuperNova going to be moving out with some very early marine aggression. And this is actually a big problem for our Zerg player over here, because with that early marine aggression, he still does not have a pool. You can see right now sitting at 16 supply, 17 supply, still no spawning pool coming down. Finally, just going to be coming out with right now. So he's going for a very economy heavy build. Now the problem is his opponent here, SuperNova, is not going for an eco heavy build. He's in fact just going to be working on some super early aggression, and that of course is going to be very dangerous for the Zerg player to deal with. It's going to be quite difficult. We'll see how he handles it. He needs to get Zerglings out as quickly as possible. We can see right now the spawning pool is about 50% of the way finished, but already we've got that first marine making its way on out. SuperNova being super aggressive. Here comes that bunker placement. Very important time right now. We need to get some drones down here. He needs to do what he can to kill this expansion. Zenio pulling down a bunch of workers right now to kill this bunker. I don't know why I just called it an expansion. This is a very important time right now for SuperNova. He needs to try as much as possible to get up this bunker. If he can prevent Zenio from stopping the cancellation of this bunker, he's going to be a good spot. Now, Marines moving forward and going to be trying to pick off any of the workers to try to kill any of these SCVs. Ton of drones pulling down to engage the Marines, but that is a problem. He needs to stop this SCV from building, and it looks like he's going to finish it. SuperNova does manage to get the bunker up. He needs to get the Marines inside into safety, and there they go. 3 Marines sitting right safely inside of that bunker. We do have some more Marines streaming on in right now. Finally, some Zerglings making their way on out. We have 4 right here, 8 more making their way on in. What's going to happen is we're going to see Zenio wait until he's got enough Zerglings to get a full surround and drop that bunker as quickly as possible. Now, I think without just a couple Marines right here, we do have a few more Marines streaming down here as well, and another SCV. SuperNova moving on up with an additional SCV. He's going to be trying to probably either get that for repairs or possibly even another bunker. Both those things are, of course, an option. We can see continuous production right now from Zenio of Zerglings, and this is actually the whole benefit here to what SuperNova is doing. He's just trying to force Zergling creation. As a result, we're not going to be seeing Zenio getting any drones, and look at that, coming down with another bunker right now. Now this is actually great positioning. He managed to get it down there before the creep spread. Zerglings moving forward to try to get a full surround. Exactly what they want to do. They're going to take down that bunker. I'm probably going to see a cancellation from this bunker from SuperNova, but enough Zerglings to thwart off that attack, and that was great there. Again, that's exactly what he wanted to do. Zenio just waited until he had just enough Zerglings to get a full surround of those bunkers, force that cancellation of the building one, and then also drop that one before he had any time to repair it. Now, taking a look back over here inside of SuperNova's base, we can see that expansion 50% of the way done. Moving into an expo is quite popular, and we're going to be seeing SuperNova actually move into a barracks heavy build as opposed to teching up to factories. So he's just going to be going bio heavy, probably going to be trying to get that stim research sometime very soon. Also get a few marauders as well, just as kind of meat shields, and just in case we do see some roach play here from Zenio. Now Zenio going to be scouting the front of the base here. He is expecting that possible expansion, and I'm not sure if he got enough vision to see that. I think he may have. Let's take a look. Yes, he did. So Zenio did get just enough vision there to spot that command center is coming down, so he's well aware. The biggest thing to realize, though, like I mentioned, was that you look how low the drone count is here for Zenio, and the reason otherwise he would normally be much higher than this when it comes to drone count. But the problem is that with that early bunker pressure, he was forced to make so many Zerglings, and as a result, he couldn't drone up at all. He wasn't able to work on his economy, and that's one of the real benefits. If you're not straight up sniping the expansion of your Zerg opponent, then you can just go ahead and force him to create a bunch of Zerglings instead of drones and give yourself that economic advantage there. Let's take a look at that income tab really quickly for one moment here. We can see right now, looks like the benefit right now is actually going to the Zerg player. So Zenio is at a better position right now because he did get up that expansion faster, of course, and he did manage to keep it up. So that obviously helped him quite a bit, I would have to say. We can see right now SuperNova finally moving into that expo right now, kind of just massing up Marines at this point in the game. So just like I mentioned, this is the bio-heavy transition that he's looking to do. We can see stim pack, or combat shield coming down, as well as the stim pack. And that's a pretty commonplace. Again, you see either a switch into bio-heavy or into mech with 2 factories being dropped. But it looks like bio-heavy was the choice here of Mr. SuperNova. We can see right now for Zenio coming down with that extra hatchery, wanting to get extra larva, also going to be rolling into some banelings, and there goes that Evo chamber down there as well. So going to be looking to kind of stick to those ground troops for the time being. One big noticeable issue right now is that Zenio does not have a layer. So not working up to that higher tech yet. He's pretty comfortable. Finally going to be dropping down those 2 extractors. I mean, taking a look at it, he's been running off this 1 extractor at this expansion for the majority of the game. Just now going to be getting these 2. Baneling Nest is in, and that's going to help him quite a bit because here comes a big push from SuperNova. Lots of Marines on the board. Taking a look at the Army tab right now. Definitely a big advantage right now. Look at that, 31 Army supply as opposed to the 13 or so of Zenio. So Zenio is going to need to pump out some more guys. He's got this 1 baneling here. He definitely needs a lot more than that. Not quite enough at the moment, and here comes the big push right now. Not stimming quite as of yet. He's going to wait till a big engagement comes. I'd have to imagine. Looks like he's going to be dropping this extra hatchery of Zenio pretty quickly. We do have those Zerglings streaming in. We've got 20 more making their way on down. Marines and Marauders safely sitting right here. We do have some reinforcements. There's the stim going down, sniping down the Queen. Also going to be, well, all the workers coming off the line right now for Zenio, trying to roll in and do as much damage as possible with those Zerglings, trying to get a full surround. More Zerglings sitting up here, wants to move in and do as much damage as he can, but look at the DPS of those Marines, absolutely shredding all of those Zerglings and the workers, and there is the GG from Zenio. So great game between these 2 players. We saw some really early aggression here from SuperNova, pushing out with that double racks Marine pressure, also getting up that bunker. He didn't manage to snipe the expansion, but he did, as I mentioned earlier, force a lot of Zergling productions that really hurt the economy of Zenio, and as a result, he was able to get that expansion up and push out with a huge bio ball, getting that stim pack, as well as that combat shield for his Marines, and you saw just how quickly he was able to shred through everything, and unfortunately for Zenio, he just didn't have enough to deal with that. I think that he really didn't have enough banelings. I think if he had some more banelings in that engagement, he may have stood a much better chance. I think he only rolled in with about 1. So unfortunately for him, didn't quite work out. But anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this cast. This was another cast for Machinima Realm from myself, Force of Force Strategy Gaming. And as always, guys, keep watching and keep owning.